are.
Getting dicey.
For the hood?
Got him.
Hold on.
All right, the hood's
Hey!
Oh.
He's been practicing that one.
and we'll even get the sound going in Sirenscape for those who have it.
I got it plugged in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thunder.
Yep, thunder and some wind and stuff. That's great. The last thing that occurred was the whispering in the back of Bill's mind, basically calling for him to retrieve this spear, this one that hungers for blood, and to rule the mountains in his stead. But just a reminder as well, the little thing that you got from Brian, the little thing that you're wearing around your bicep, both times you've heard that whispering in the back of your mind, Bill, you just felt just like a small tightness around your bicep where that thing is strapped on. And it's your turn as well, Bill. It's over to you. You have a couple of berserkers that was both just slashing out with their axes to try and get you. And you had last time turned on dodge, I think it was, and was just like, hey, ho, just getting out of the way of these attacks.
Where you from? I just have one thing.
Yes.
Before I take my turn, Loris is actually creature size huge.
Yeah.
Do we know?
So he's actually a lot bigger.
Okay.
He's like four times the size of a Goliath, I think, by feet.
Here we go. How's that? Big
yeah, that's
8
great.
Loris on the map there. Cool.
Loris big.
Oh, and obviously Loris and the Baron are high on cocaine. Just we can't let that one slip either.
I'm jealous.
Oh, it didn't affect me that badly. I had a good
really used
constitution
it.
roll. I had a really good constitution roll.
Well,
I remember. I'm clear on that. That's all I'm clear on.
I'm gonna take the disengage action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get behind Loris. And I'm gonna climb him. And I'm gonna ride that monkey.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I had some plans for the berserkers. I was like, I know what I need to do. And you fucked it just like that. It's done. How tall is Loris? What are we dealing with here? Like,
sorry, my
I've got the.
what's the stat block for giant ape?
What does it say? Well, it doesn't. Oh, it just says huge beast underlined. So that's fine. It doesn't actually give me a size on that thing you put up for.
All right, it's saying it's about 15 to 20 foot tall, so it's basically almost 3 times Loris's height, basically. So we'll max it out at 20 feet. Let's say 20 foot tall ape.
Yeah, if he's a big creature.
Yeah,
already,
exactly.
Yeah,
the sure.
bigger end. Yeah, cool. Okay.
So any bonus actions from Bill?
Nothing for right now.
How tall is 20 feet?
20 foot is about 2
3
stories. 2 stories high.
2 stories. Jeez, that's so hard to imagine.
The height of our house.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So he's like 2/3 of a winter splinter.
Yeah, no, it's about half a winter splinter.
Oh, half
20 foot. Winter splinter was 40 foot. And
Okay.
King Kong has just been like Loris has been turned into King Kong.
basically.
He's upgraded from shin height to waist height.
Yeah. Miraqen, it is your turn. The last thing you saw was Morley behind this rock, peering out and shooting off a bolt off to someone you couldn't see.
I've got like a super exciting turn planned. I'm gonna dash again. Very cool move, I would say. So I'm gonna move just over 1 square. And I might as well, since I'm going to be next to it, I'm going to peer in through the rocks and see if I can see anything, because I'm not I didn't see the fireballs effect. I don't know what happened.
You look through a small crack in these, a couple of these boulders, and there's just like charred grass and dirt and these burning, smoking bodies. There's like nothing in this other than burnt, decaying bodies at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. so that's,
Like,
that's
the plan worked.
yeah.
The plan
For
worked
once.
well.
And you have been seeing big explosions of fire as you've been making your way around as well. So, yeah.
Like, Ryan really showed them what for. That's my turn.
No bonus actions or anything?
No?
Cool. Over to Baron and his Skelly boys.
Okay, so from what I remember last time, these two broke off. The two berserkers, they broke off and started chasing us, but they couldn't quite reach us. Is that right?
That's right.
Now I'm going to cast Ice Knife on the one on the left.
Okay.
Which is a D20 plus 7. And it's level 1.
Just a level 1 spell. We're really
Should know this.
toning it back.
Yeah, I was going to do it at level 2. I got a 11 plus 7,
18.
but
Nice.
I forgot to do it at level 2, so it's just level 1.
That's a hit on the one on the left.
Great. So that does 1d10 damage. So a 6
6 damage.
piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to do a dexterity saving throw of 15. Both of them.
Okay.
Or take this much damage.
They both failed.
Oh, yeah. 5 damage total from an exploding ice bits.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, the ice knife just flies and thuds into the wooden sort of armor that this one is wearing. It knocks it back a little bit. It explodes and sends shards across it, and you just see big cuts across all of their armor. It does definitely damage them, but they don't look too phased.
Oh. Fuck. Oh, my rolls aren't even showing up. Fucking thing. Yeah.
Oh right, I was going to say. Cool.
Okay, so I want Tracy to shoot one with the short bow, the one on the left.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me for this. So they get a +4 to hit. So 16.
Yep, that's a hit.
And then their special skeleton. So it's 1d6 plus 5.
Oh, nice.
So 4 plus 5.
9 damage.
Yes, good, Tracy.
Yeah, and that just sticks straight into the front of this berserker and knocks again. Sort of like the impact of it just pushes it back, and it takes a decent amount of damage from that one.
Dece. Okay, Tracy. Colin.
Come on, Colin.
13 plus 4.
That's a hit.
All right. So this is d6 plus 5 again. 2 plus 5, 7.
Same guy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So just like 2 arrows from both Tracy and Colin just slam into this guy. And that total damage, again, it knocks him back. And he just starts leaning forward as he goes to continue his movement towards you.
I thought he started rocking back and forth. But he's fine. Fuck him. Run away, Tracy and Colin. Run away.
Yeah, you do still have
I'm
movement.
I haven't moved on my turn, yeah. My turn just started.
Yeah, I was going to say you've still got movement.
Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah, I am going to run away. Now, I can normally go 30, I think. But because of my cocaine powers, I can go an extra 10 if I remember.
Yes,
so I can
that's
go
right.
40.
That's
40 thanks to cocaine.
I'm so jealous. I could really use that right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I offered you some.
I know.
You did.
I'm
Well,
filled with
next time,
regret.
I'm not going to hold out on you. But did I? I think I did offer Tracy and Colin cocaine.
I don't know if they have the ability to inhale substances.
Okay, Bill Clinton. We're going to come over here. So they don't go quite as far as I do.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just put them there.
Let's see what sort of distance we got there. Yeah. How far away? Okay. It is the berserker's turn.
Oh, great.
And we're going to start with these two just running up to basically meet Tracy and Colin
And bait.
on the battlefield. And what are we going to do with these guys? They both let out just like this massive roar, kicking into what's known as reckless. So this is going to gain them advantage on their attacks, but it does mean on any attacks against them next time, it's going to be disadvantage. That you will have advantage on them if you go to attack them. Yeah. But they're going to both attack out at Colin and Tracy with advantage. Is that going to roll? Here we go. Rolling a 24 against Tracy.
That's unfortunately a hit.
And a 14 against Colin.
That is also a hit.
Okay, so it's 13.
Yeah.
13 damage against Tracy as this berserker brings up his battle axe and slashes through. And 7 to Colin as the other one attacks at the same time.
13 and 7. Well, they're still alive. They've got slightly more hit points than a normal skeleton. They've got 20 instead of 13.
Right.
So 13 would have killed Tracy at the normal skeleton.
We'll go back to the berserkers near Loris at this point. And Bill, so you're right on the top, right on the shoulders of Loris at this point. Is that where you would kind of imagined yourself climbing to, or?
Yeah, on his shoulders or on his back, something like that.
Yeah.
Wherever there's like I guess enough of a plane that I could hang on or sit without. I would try to free up a hand, basically. I wouldn't want to be having to hold on with both hands the whole time.
You see one of the berserkers that was standing next to you, that you disengaged from, just he rips off his mask and there's just like fury and anger in his eyes. And he's like looking up to see where you've gone and looking over at his friends to see what he's going to do. And you can just see that frustration building. And he just puts his battle axe on his back and just starts charging towards Loris to follow you up Loris's back.
Good luck.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do basically a strength check versus either a dex or a strength save. So you get to choose, Dave, whether you want to do a strength save or a dex save as the giant ape. And this berserker is going to do a strength roll.
Yeah. Good luck getting anywhere near me on this thing. It's D20
Let's
plus
think he
6.
might have good luck. That's how the game works.
So I'm going to roll a strength against this. So it's D20 plus 6. So it's only a 16.
Yeah, he's rolled an 18.
Wow.
So I guess he had good luck. He had
good luck.
It's a total of 18. So he just starts climbing up behind and comes basically face to face with Bill as he's just hanging on. The other two panic. The other two sort of see what's happening here. Shit, I don't even I don't know what these guys are wanting to do. I think at this point they're concerned for their life. They know if they run, you're going to swipe out at them. So I think what's going to happen is one of them is going to circle behind you. And they're both together are going to try and grapple you.
I've seen this move.
So they're going to grapple. They're going to basically, one is assisting the other. So it's going to roll with advantage on this one. So again, you can choose either a strength save or a dex save.
Yeah, it'll be a strength. So we'll do a D20 plus 6 again.
And we're rolling with advantage for these two.
Roll 1D20 plus 6. Here it comes. Drum roll, please. Fuck. It's a 9 total, so 3 plus 6 is 9.
Cool, yeah. So they both just like leap on to you and manage to basically grab a leg each and hold you in place. So while you're grappled, your movement is going to be 0.
That's fine. I have no intention of going anywhere.
Okay, cool.
They're probably in the worst position they want to be on me. Like, I know where they are and I can reach them.
True. Yeah, for sure.
But that's fine. They're berserkers. They don't need to think.
It is your turn, Loris.
Excellent. So I've got Bill on my back and a berserker on my back.
Yes.
And a berserker on one forearm and one leg. Is that right?
No, so one on each leg.
One on each leg. Okay.
Yeah. So you can try and shake a guy off. You can try and break the grapple, or you can attack.
So I'm just picturing in my mind, literally like King Kong just standing there surrounded, like screaming his lungs out of these things. Got a bug in the stomach.
King Kong cigarette.
King Kong got a cough. Yeah. Bloody COVID. Jokes. So I think what I'm going to do is rather than like overthinking, I'm just literally going to smash the two on my legs. So one hit, one on one leg, one hit on the other leg. So basically, they're just going to get sandwiched between my fist and my I guess calf muscle.
Okay.
Swap.
Oh, yeah, mosquito swat. Yeah. So that's a D20 plus 9 for my fist attack. So I will roll 1 for one leg, and it is a. Oh, for God's sake! It's a crit fail. You know what this is. I just want to put this out. You know what this is. I rolled all my double D20s, my net 20s last week. I killed it. I blew the thing.
Give me a D100 for that, please.
Oh, this is rude. Hang on a second.
Anyone who's joining us for the first time, a D100 is rolled every time a crit fail is rolled, just so we can sort of see how bad this is. The lower the number, the worse it is.
It's an 84.
What sort of damage do you roll for one of the smashes?
I roll 3d10 plus 6.
Give me that roll, please.
3d10 plus 6. Here it comes. I rolled a. Please be low. Oh fuck!
two
The
tens
best
in there.
roll that I make tonight is
God.
2 10s and an 8. That's a 34 plus.
It's almost like a perfect roll of attack.
It
by
is
the way,
the best roll you could possibly. I missed by 2.
you
of the
just
perfect
bring
roll.
like one of your fists down, crushing onto your own foot, like missing the guy and where it's grabbing, and just like crushing a couple of the bones in your foot, doing 17 damage to yourself.
Awesome. That is really not fun. Hang on, I just need to do that.
Winter Splinter felt.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's fine. All right. So as I punch myself in the foot, I just I let out this blood like ow, that hurt. Middle choke kind of thing. I'm gonna shake it off and I'm gonna focus my attention on the other guy. My foot's now sore. It's kind of just hanging. Well, no, I'm kind of like just standing on.
Please
on
roll
two
another
toes
one.
at the moment.
Please.
I'm gonna roll my other attack, and it's 1d20 plus 6. No, plus 9. Sorry. So I'm just gonna roll my other fist attack on the other leg, and that is a 19 plus 9 of 28.
That is a hit.
You think?
Yeah.
So it's 3d10 plus 6 damage on the berserker on one of my legs. I'll let you pick which one. And I rolled 31.
Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
that's good.
That is good. You've slammed your fist down on him, and he lets go and falls, like staggers back a couple of feet before catching him, and you've just instantly the bruise, like his mask as well, is knocked to the ground, and instantly his entire face starts swelling and bruised with the damage your fist has done to him.
Oh dear, that's no good.
Yeah. Anything else from Loris?
I'd like to just take a step and stand on his mask so I can break it. Like just take one step and just go.
That's
just
another
kinda
attack. I
indicate
can't
it.
give you another attack.
It's another attack? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So does that mean he's not grappled anymore because he knocked that guy out or like knocked him away?
I'm one grappled.
So one of them used his action to help him put into a grappled state. So he's still in the grappled state. It's just the help has been knocked off, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't there a rule about you can't grapple somebody who's a size larger than you?
Depends on their strengths. Yeah.
Was it disadvantage or something?
It's like I think Loris has got an ability that allows him to do something with something bigger. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. I'm happy to take a look at this. I mean, worst case scenario, the grapple is lost. Yeah.
I can look it up if you want to keep going.
I mean, yeah, feel free to. Feel free to.
But otherwise, I am done.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Morley, over to you.
There's no clear and present danger for Morley now after he took out that last druid. Am I seeing anything that's immediately threatening around me, Dungeon Master?
Give me a perception check.
18 total.
Yeah, you sort of got your back to this rock at the moment, but you hear some movement or some sound of wind and rustling of leaves over towards the selection of like dying and decaying trees off to the south. And you take a look and you kind of squint a little bit, and camouflaged within that area seems to be maybe a half dozen or so hunched humanoid figures.
Okay. I'm going to try and stealthily use these trees for cover to get a better look at whatever those are.
Yeah, what sort of movement do you have? Can you get up to those trees?
Probably not all the way, no.
Yeah. With a roll of 21 for your stealth, yeah, you do make however far you can make. Just completely silent. Nothing that didn't already know you were there would know that you're approaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. As I'm using like pretty much my entire turn for this, do I get to dash and go twice as far or not? Or that undo the stealth, or
I don't. Yeah,
Dash
like
is your whole action.
yeah, you do. Yeah, so the rolling for stealth is using an action, and it sort of in saying that it stops you from moving quickly, because if you move fast, then you're sort of
right.
Rogues have bonus action to use dash or hide,
Oh, there you go.
and they
But
can
he
also
also-
still use their action. That's like
But he
their
also did a perception thing, right? So does that...
No, that was just me asking for a roll. So you can use your action of engaging your stealth and your bonus action of dashing.
Cool. All right. Well, that means I get 60 feet along,
Okay, cool.
and that's my turn.
just there's no mention of size in the grappling rules, so I was wrong.
Okay, cool. So currently, you're in a pretty weak grapple at the moment, Loris. It was a strong grapple when there was two of them on you, but having knocked one away, I'll let your next attempt to break free will be at advantage, just because of your size. Bill, on the back of Ape Loris, face to face with this berserker.
I'm just gonna try to stab the guy.
Yeah.
Get him off. Get this monkey off his back.
Nice. Give me a roll to hit.
Stab him. I rolled a crit success.
Nice.
Okay, that's actually very good.
10 total damage.
I don't think I moved him up. It's next to you, but we'll just move him up. So yeah, you get your rapier out, you stab it into like his side, and just because of the fact that you rolled a crit, he in pain lets go and just falls 20 foot down onto the ground behind Loris, landing prone. So we'll take 2d6 on that as well, which is another 7 damage. So 17 damage. And he ends his turn on his back with a small bit of blood sort of pouring out from his side. Anything else from Bill?
That's my turn.
Cool. Over to Miraqen.
I'm ready for a very exciting turn yet again. I am going to dash 60 feet, which is, what is it? Like just over 1 square.
Yeah, and I'll get a perception roll from you as you sort of come to a halt as well.
Go,
Okay,
American,
I
go.
will
You can
that.
do it.
Because I'll say with advantage as well,
Pretty excruciating.
because you've seen Morley heading off towards
Okay.
these trees. This is when you're really taking in these sort of shapes of trees as well.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 6.
So you're seeing the same thing, just this grove of dead trees and shrubs, and in the middle, this misshapen tree right in the center, and it's blood oozing like sap from its trunk. And you can see 6 or 7 of these gangly humanoid creatures, sort of just the shapes of them. They're, because of that roll, because of a crit, they look a little spiky from what you can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm probably thinking they're blights at this stage. But I'm going to use my turn to dash 60 feet again. So exciting. Here I go. Watch me go. That's my turn.
That's great. That's
Be puffed out.
what a turn.
Oh, I'm dashing. Oh,
Was that like a Naruto run or?
I would never Naruto run.
Or like
I'm dignified.
hands flat like Terminator run.
Ooh, what kind of run would that's a good question. I'm going to ask that sometime. What kind of run would your character have?
You should
But I
run
really
across the top
do
of
wish
the
I had
hinge.
some cocaine right now
Yes.
for that
would add it.
extra. I'd be like a whole square further, maybe more.
Because if it's another 10 feet and then it's double because of
Double
dashing,
the-
it's another
Yeah.
20 each time.
That's great.
A lot of people are overestimating the usefulness of being smacked up on
Yeah, I don't.
situation.
I feel
This
like we're
is the
sending a
fantasy
bad
world, man.
message.
This is
Well, it
the-
has dropped my it has actually dropped my intelligence, so I should be a +6 to attack, not +7 if
Okay.
I forget again.
Perfect. So it's over to you, Baron.
Oh, well, I'm fucking horrified that Tracy just took such a hit. She's almost died. Okay. I'm going to attack this the one that just hit Tracy. So the one on the left that's taken lots of damage. I'm going to hit him with Ray of Sickness at level 2. Everybody
Okay.
loves Ray of Sickness.
Ray of
So that's an attack roll is 1d20 plus 6. 12 plus 6.
Is a hit.
All right. So this will be 3d8.
Oh, nice.
Do
What
I
is it?
have?
What is that? What is that? What are you putting out? Is it like just like a? This is the thing that's like green wave of energy from your fingertips or something.
Yeah, it's a green, sickening greenish energy that lashes out. And I think I described it as Luigi's Mansion 3 black light.
Yeah.
So like green, more green. Okay, so 3d8. Oh, a 1, and a 6.
Oh,
damage.
no.
Well, at least it's
Okay.
8.
Yeah. Yeah, that just sort of like washes over him, dealing 8 damage.
Just washes.
Is that like? How is it described? Is it a cone of something, or can you just aim it at whatever?
You can just aim it. It's
Oh,
a
yeah, cool.
lashing. It's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And what does it sound like?
Wow, 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 wow. No, it would sound like
I want it to sound like that.
sound a bit more sickly though. Wow.
Oh, that's even better.
And he has to do it takes poison damage and he must make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
Plus 3, 14. And he rolled a 14.
So
Plus that was meant to
he-
be with advantage anyway. So, did you want to roll again just in case you hit us?
Oh, why was it at advantage?
Because he used reckless last turn,
Oh. Okay, well I'll just see if I roll a 20.
just in case.
I didn't.
All right, that's all right.
It was shit. Lucky I got that one out of the way.
So what?
So that means he's
He
poisoned
failed.
until the end of his next turn.
Okay.
I want Colin to attack him with his sword, I guess.
What does poisoned mean for this?
It just means that he will be at disadvantage when he tries to attack next time.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Okay, so Colin, go. A 19
yeah,
plus
that's a hit.
something.
That's a hit.
Okay, and so it's a sword. So, sorry, I'm still getting used to this. It's
Short sword is D6.
D6 plus 5 because he's a special one. 4 plus 5.
The same person, the one that
Same, yeah, the one on the left.
You just
The one that's been
yeah.
attacking Tracy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this guy is looking bloody. Like, it slashes across him, and he coughs and blood comes out, and he's hunching over a little bit at this point.
Get him, Tracy. Finish him off. 16 plus something
That's a hit.
with the short sword, and that's a 3 plus 5.
Yeah, and Tracy just like jabs the sword right into his gut and just pushes it through and withdraws it, and he just falls dead to the ground.
Yes, Tracy.
Nice, Tracy.
Revenge. I'm gonna stand in front of Tracy, over the top of the dead body of the guy that's just fallen over, and try and protect Tracy. My arms out. Nobody attacks Tracy.
All right, so you're running out in front of him at this point.
Yes, I'll be in front
Oh,
his
wow.
dead body.
Okay, well, it's the Berserker's turn, the one that is standing in front of you. And he sees his comrade fall, and he looks in your direction and just lets out that scream as he raises his great axe and just brings it down into you. Rolling a total 16.
That would hit me, but I've got my special glass staff that I got off the former glass staff. I can raise that up and say shield.
And it just
And that
off like this big magical shield that radiates out from you.
goes boing. Shield.
And this back over with Bill, the berserker that just like landed flat on his back, takes half of his movement to get up to his feet, takes this big breath, and just runs trying to get back up Loris one more time. So we're going to need either a strength or a dex saving throw for this one.
That'll be the strength, so it'll be 1d20 plus 6. Rolling now, and I rolled for fuck's sake. I rolled a 7 plus 6, which is a 13.
Yeah, this guy's rolled 13 plus 7, so has managed to scale ape Loris one more time. And again, ends his turn. Oh, actually, he hasn't had another action, I guess, is the grapple. So he again ends up right next to Bill one more time.
Sorry, Bill.
The berserker left in front of you, Loris, the one that is grappling you.
So this one's on. Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's a pretty loose grapple at this point. I think he's just gonna what else can we do while you grapple? He can't really push you to the ground. You're a bit too big for that. I think he's just going to pull out like the small dagger from his side and just start like just jabbing it into your shin or your ankle area.
Evil.
Yeah. So let's just roll that. So he gets like just 2 stabs with this in that time. So he's rolled a 15 and a 20.
Both hits.
Okay. And we are going to roll. So that's a total of 10 damage.
Total of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Back to you, Loris.
Yes, this was with this.
Sorry. There was one more. I missed him because your health meter is over him.
Oh, sorry.
The one that with the swollen, bruised face. You can see him just spit out a couple of teeth and gargle some words through blood as he raises his great axe and just brings it down into the back of your leg.
Ow!
He rolled a 16.
That is a hit.
Doing 15 damage down the back of your leg.
15.
15 slashing damage.
Oh my god. Alright.
And now it's Loris's turn.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm just doing some math here.
Okay.
Or actually, it's more than doing some clicking and letting the computer do the math. All good. Yeah. So with these little net-like things being chucked into my shin, I'm like, oh, and then this great big prick comes in and slashes down the back of my leg. I'm like, oh! So I'm getting really pissed off at these guys right now. So it's kind of just gaining my balance on my semi-broken foot, thanks to myself. So pivoting just a little bit on that because that's kind of sensitive. I'm gonna the guy that slashed me in the back of the leg. I'm just gonna swing around and smash him with the back of my hand because he's the last guy that I kind of know where he is. He's just done the most damage, so I'm just gonna go with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a big fisty punch to him wherever his head may be.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be 1d20 plus 9. Here it comes.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
So that is a 25. And I hope he's ready for 3d10 plus 6, smashing the face damage. And that is 22.
Yeah, you just bring your hand down with just like, you let the weight of your fist just and gravity just let your hand like swing down. And it just comes down cracking into his face and launches him like 30 foot across the grass down the hill.
Yeah.
And just ragdolls to his death.
So I'm going to turn around and kind of, and then face back to the other guy.
Okay. And you've still got another attack for that, yeah?
Yeah, so the guy that's in front of me that's been kind of stabbing my leg.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just want to grab him if I can, and rather than I'm gonna steal your idea basically, Reagan. I'm sorry, but it was really cool. I just want to basically just grab him, pick him up, and slam him into the ground.
Well, you've already done one attack. I will let you do the grab now. So that's basically a strength versus strength. So give me a strength roll,
Okay,
and this guy is going to try and desperately try and hold on to your leg.
So that will be strength plus 6, a d20 plus 6. Where's that? I've got that set up here. Where are we? d20 plus 6. Here we go. So I rolled a 13 plus 6, which is 19.
Yeah, you just wrap your massive hand around his waist and just lift him up away, and like he pulls like a couple of hairs off your leg as his grip loosens, and you now have him just like in your hand, very reminiscent of you in Winter Splinter's hand.
Yeah.
And we're over to Morley.
All right. Seeing Miraqen rushing towards me, I'm gonna give her the. I was gonna say give her the come on, but that sounds. Get over here.
You're gonna wave her over.
Wave her over. Yeah.
Beckon to her.
Yeah.
No.
Get her attention.
Anyway, so that's fairly inconsequential, but what I think I can do is take a little bit of cover in these trees and then fire off I'm going to try and fire off a bolt at this guy over here.
Oh yeah. Okay. We can do that if you want to roll for attack.
Yeah, I want to
Is that going to be a disadvantage at that distance, or are you good? What's the range on your crossbow?
It's 80/320.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that'll be at disadvantage.
Cool. All right. I'm hoping for it to be kind of like the man in the library window, so doesn't really know where it's come from. So I'm trying to remain hidden. So do you want to add any kind of extra difficulty for that, or?
No. You just roll. If it hits, then we'll add your surprise, your sneak attack onto there.
Not great, I'll be honest with you.
Who do we have in there? That is not a hit. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure you were aware. At 8. Wait, not hit.
My suspicions.
But one thing that you do notice from this distance now is up against this tree in the middle is looks to be like a skeleton basically propped up against the base of this tree. And looks like he's been dead for quite some time. And you can see embedded in the tree, next to where he obviously died, is just a battle axe that's like cut into the side of this tree. So you take that in as you take your shot. But that crossbow bolt shoots across past this tree, past this blight that you're getting a much better look at now, and thuds into one of the trees past it. And all of these figures look towards your direction. Now, thankfully from that stealth roll before, you're still pretty well hidden, but you have piqued the interest of something from that direction. Actually, can you give me a perception check as well?
Oh, I accidentally rolled it at disadvantage.
That's all right. That's all right. The you notice nothing more other than you sort of the bolt going, them all moving attention, and you sort of like back towards this tree. You're sort of in the moment.
Take the bite action into the tree to round out my turn as well.
Okay,
cool.
Perfect. Yeah, give me another stealth roll just so we know that's all good.
I'll just go take off that disadvantage.
Perfect.
20 all up.
Great. You are completely hidden behind that tree. No one really has. They know something came from that direction, but they've got no idea what that is. Bill, over to you. Again, face to face with the same angry-faced berserker.
Yeah, well, it worked last time, didn't it? So, stab him with the pointy end.
All right.
23.
Nice. That is a hit, another 10 damage. And again, you just slash that past him, and it cuts off a decent chunk of his armor this time, because it is like this wooden carapace around him. And you see that you've also managed to knock off a bit of skin there as well. But this time he holds true on Loris's back. Anything else?
I'm just going to say, Loris, get to the higher ground.
And as you say that, there's just like a bolt of lightning again smashing down into one of these boulders that ring the surface of this crest of the hill. Cool. Miraqen, how's your dashing going?
It's finally going to be paying off, actually.
Fantastic.
I've spotted some enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm ready. I'm not going to dash. I'm going to move 30 feet so I'm closer.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I actually have been controlling the storm this whole time. So I call upon the power of lightning.
Okay. Whereabouts?
I'm just within range to be able to just aim it so that the outer edge of the radius hits, I think.
So where are you aiming this thing?
So it's got a range of 120 feet, so I'm just going to aim it like there.
Okay. And what sort of...
There? So is it a radius of... It's a 60-foot radius, so yeah, it's going to spread and... It might only hit one of them at this stage, but I'm still freaking doing it.
I'm just having a quick look. So it's a 60-foot radius. Yeah, okay. I'm just having a full sort of look around. Okay, cool.
So I've rolled an extra 10 as well because I'm controlling an existing storm, so I get even more damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I rolled 22 plus 10 more.
And so we've got to do
And the estimated dexterity saving throw.
Now you say it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I say it and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's just double check. So it was there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What?
9 things need to make dex saves.
I didn't even see 9 on the map.
Yeah, because at the moment, all you're seeing around you is these small shrubs and trees. But hidden in there, and just on the spot, are numerous twig and vine and needle blades. So the first one, we'll go with the one that you can see. He failed. Now I'm just going to go clockwise around these things. What do they have to roll?
Dexterity
14?
saving throw against 14.
These guys are not very dexterous. I think in general these are not going to do well. So 2's failed, 1 succeeded, 3's failed, 4's failed, 4 and 2, 4 and 3, 5 and 3, and 6 and 3. So six failed, 3 succeeded.
Wow.
So what happens damage-wise? They take 33 damage?
Take the full 32 damage, and then the rest take 16.
I'm just going to...
Man, when Miraqen announces herself, she really announces herself. I am here.
I think that's all.
Oh my.
That was worth the dashing.
Yeah.
The dash paid off.
And so it was what, 33 damage for a hit and half that, so 16 for a dodge.
Yeah.
32 and then 16.
All of them, whether they saved or not, are gone. They just like burst. they just all just like burst into flame as this lightning bolt just slams down, shoots across the ground, and just lights up all of these trees and little shrubs that it hits. And you see that the reaction of all of these others sort of like flinch, and that's when you notice how many were actually in that area. So I'm just going to kill a whole bunch of them. I'm just going to delete them. I think it's going to be easier. 6, 7.
Pop out.
We're going to give a thumbs up. Thumbs up to Morley. We got this.
All right, there you go.
I turn around, mouth open.
But you do definitely get a good look at the remaining ones that are sort of climbing to their feet and moving around. Anything else from Miraqen?
I think I'm happy with that.
Okay, good. Baron, back to you.
Okay, I'm going to just do a cantrip this time of poison spray. I'm going to pull some dust out of my pocket and spray it into this berserker's face.
Okay.
It's a DC 15 con save. Does my DC, will that be dropped by 1 if it's my intelligence is dropped by 1? I think that's how.
Is that how it works? It should show you on D&D Beyond. I think.
Yeah, I think
Your mouse
calculated
over it.
off.
I haven't dropped my intelligence on my.
That's right. I think he failed.
Actual
He failed miserably anyway.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I believe that's 2d12.
Oh, nice.
All right. So, a 4, 3 and a 1.
Okay. This one still has his mask on. It just doesn't seem to do that. It doesn't seem to penetrate it in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Colin's going to attack with his short sword. It's a 7 plus 4, I think.
That is a miss. It just glances off the armor of this guy.
Okay. And then Tracy is going to back off a bit, and then shoot her short bow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
At 11 plus 4, so 15.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay. So d6 plus 5.
She's good with a short bow.
5 plus 3.
8 damage.
8.
Perfect. Yeah, so another one of these like arrows into the chest of another one of these berserkers. It knocks him back a little bit, but he doesn't seem phased.
Yeah. Oh, actually, is he still at disadvantage with his special
No,
thing?
that only lasted one
Just
turn.
one turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all from me.
Cool. And that same berserker just this time does scream out in anger as he raises his great axe and just attacks down with a roll of 10. Just manages to miss the small wizard in front of him, burying the head of the axe into the dirt, loosening it and picking it back up.
Right between my legs.
The berserker face to face with John slowly moves onto the back of Bill, like moving from climbing Loris and brings his hands onto the back of Bill. So we're just going to do a strength versus dex save on this one as well, or strength. So you can choose to either fend him off or try and get out of his way.
Is this a save or a check for me?
It's a save.
Okay. I am definitely going with the dex. Which button is the save? I think it's this one. Oh, that's the wrong one, but we'll just take it because it was my fault. I rolled a 7 total.
Okay. He only rolled a 10 total, so it was a close one. But he manages to just get onto your back. And it looks like if he can, he's going to basically remove you from the back of Loris.
You know what you were gonna say.
I tried so hard. I had to really rack my brain not to say pull you off.
Jerk.
Would you say that he's reaching around me so that he can pull me up?
It's exactly what he's trying to do. The other berserker being held in Ape Loris's hands basically is trying to contest that grapple. So let's do another strength. You do a strength save. He'll do a strength roll.
It's the same thing for me because I don't have all the save info. But never mind. It's 1d20 plus 6. He rolls a 15.
We rolled a 17 plus 3. So he manages to basically break that and just drops down to the ground. So he's going to... He's dropping... I'm going to basically roll 2d6 for this one as well. Taking 8 damage as he lands on the ground in front of you, Loris.
I hate it when my food runs away.
And he's going to start running, basically. So you're going to get an opportunity attack there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. 1d20 plus 9. Is that one? Rolling the attack. So this is basically just as he gets up, I'm just going to slap my hand down on him.
This is
29. It's a crit. It's a crit.
So what's that? Double dice. That's 6d10.
Okay.
Plus your whatever
Plus
it is
6.
on plus 6.
6d10 plus 6. Okay.
I feel
All
bad
right,
for this guy.
No, don't feel bad for him. He deserves it. 6d10 plus 6.
Oh man.
Here it comes.
He thought he was safe.
Whoa. It's a 30 damage.
Okay, so he drops to the ground and starts running. He drops his great axe and just starts sprinting for that opening in the boulders. And he gets, this is for the first time, he sees the dead burning druids, and his face just drops as you just like absolutely slam him into the back with your fist, like pushing him bam into the rocks, killing him instantly.
Oh, poor guy.
It is.
I was trying to be sympathetic as much as a great app can be.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's kind of gruesome, but awesome at the same time. Yeah. So I've got one still attached to me. Is that right?
You've got Bill and attached to
two.
you, and a berserker attached to Bill, and it's on your back. It's like,
is there one berserker on my leg, or is that gone as well?
No, you've killed both of
two.
them.
Right, cool. So I have Bill and a berserker on my back. Oh man. Well,
Sounds
I do like.
Oh man.
Yeah, so no, I do recall Bill saying to me to fight to get higher ground. So looking up, I'm going to move the 40 feet that I can move. I'm just literally just going to take a bit of a stroll, which I think will get me to because my movement's 40 foot. So what's that across one of those squares? Are they 50 feet wide?
Yeah, they're 50 foot wide. So almost across one of these
almost
squares.
across. So I just want to I'll just move myself to when I can sleep myself, and you guys are coming for a ride. Sorry, I had several things up, dice roller and stuff going on. Oh, come on, moving. So I'm just going to move there, and when I get to there, I'm going to try and reach
Where are you
onto my
moving to?
shoulder.
Oh, there. Okay, it's just
I
up there.
should,
Okay,
I should have just arrived. Yeah, I'm going to try and reach behind, onto my shoulder, just trying to
Around.
grab. Yeah, it's a reverse reach around because I'm coming around. I'm reaching around behind my back.
That's right.
I'm trying to grab the berserker,
Okay.
and I'm
We're
going
absolute
to.
children.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, I am an absolute child.
So I'm going to try and grab the berserker,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and swat him off my back.
So are you trying to grab him or are you trying to slap him? What are you
I
trying
think
to do?
swat. Swat is. I'll go with the swat. So literally, just kind of swinging behind my back, trying to swat
Roll to hit.
berserker off my back.
Reaching around and trying to toss them off, right? Sorry, just trying to clarify.
No, he's whacking
Yeah,
them all.
let's
He's
go with that.
whacking him.
Oh, you're working. Oh yes. Okay. So that's a 1d20 plus 6 to hit. No, 1d20 plus 9. Sorry, I always get confused.
Ooh.
That's a 28.
I'm trying to figure out how I would deal with this, where he's behind you. You're grabbing, you're trying to swat something off.
I'm just
someone.
swinging at whatever's behind me.
A
I know.
dex check.
I know Bill and the berserker are there. I'm trying to hit the berserker because I know I don't know the berserker's on Bill, but I would have felt him crawl up my back, and obviously then.
Yeah. You've got an idea that he's there, and you're sort of like flailing around. I'm just trying to I'd say okay with a head of 28, I'd say that's pretty precise. So give me the damage. Give me the damage.
3d10 plus 6.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 19.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you managed to smack him about the head a little bit, and he's holding onto Bill, and there's they both swing off to one side for a bit on your back hairs but he maintains that grip on Bill.
Okay, frustrated. I'm going to do it again.
Well,
with my other hand.
You've already done. Oh no, the other one was a. Sorry,
two.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I get 2. So I'm going to do it again.
Opportunity attack.
Yes, with my other hand. So from the other side, I'm going to try and whack this berserker off my back. I rolled a 20, 11 plus 9.
Yeah, perfect. Roll for damage, please.
3d10 plus 6 coming your way, Mr. Berserker. Enjoy 20 damage.
Yeah, you managed to just clip him in the perfect way that again he just goes flying off your back, ragdolling down the hill, and instantly dies.
Celebratory chest beating.
Victory rub.
And Morley would cut back to you, and you can just hear Loris, Ape Loris screaming off in the background.
Sounds like a monkey. Very confusing moment.
Not me.
Molly's now alert to this thing in front of him, right? This smiley thing after its reaction. Well, Molly's going to put away Lip Ripper, pull out his short sword, and kind of charge towards this thing and try and kind of sweep the blade up it.
Yeah, give us a roll to hit. This is just a relatively small twig blight standing in front of you.
19 to hit
19 is a hit.
with 3
Yeah, and
damage.
that you just split that twig blight neatly in half.
Kindling.
Just and it drops in pieces to the ground.
Wow. Must remember to tell Irina about that. Right.
But you would have had to have obviously moved away from the tree to get that. But you're welcome to.
Yeah. But I'm going to use the rest of my turn to kind of duck back into the tree and hide again.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Back with you, Bill. I'm on the back of Loris.
I'm just gonna ride this guy. Just gonna stay on with Loris and just go, come on, let's go help the Baron.
Okay, perfect. Miraqen, back to you.
Yeah, I'm feeling emboldened. I'm feeling filled with lightning nature power. I'm gonna stride forward another 30 feet and let them have it again.
Oh.
So I call upon the power of lightning yet again.
Oh, man. All right. Where are you aiming this one?
I'm gonna aim, since I've been able to move forward, I'm like on the level of Morley.
I guess just damage just as
So I'm
many
gonna
as possible.
aim it as close as I can to them to get the big enough radius around them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 120 feet, so I'll aim it sort of just past where that big tree is, I guess. About here, if my measuring is showing. And then it's got a 6 feet radius around it.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that it manages to mop up like all of these needle blights that you can see on the far side of that tree. And with what sort of damage? Oh, they got to do dex saves, right?
3 damage, so...
Let's see. Even whether they were saved or not, they're all toast. That lightning again just crashes down, splinters out, and just like absolutely erupts these needle blights in flames. Killing 5 more.
This is good.
That is good. See, all that dashing paid off. It all paid off.
Do I see lightning from the distance go?
Yeah, so we'll go back to the Baron now. This is the second time now you've just heard that lightning not strike these boulders for once. And you sort of look off and you can see smoke coming up from this row of trees, and yeah, you sort of understand what's happening before. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do exactly the same thing as last time, so we'll need a DC 14 wisdom. What is it? No. Constitution save. Because I'm doing poison spray.
It's a fail.
Okay, so that's 2d12. A 7 and a 1.
Okay,
take it. 8 damage.
8 damage.
Of not cocaine, but
definitely
look like
not.
it.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to roll both of the skeletons in one go. I'm pretty sure they both fail for 5 and a 4 plus 4.
That is a fail.
And that's my turn.
Cool. The Berserker screams out once more time. Oh, actually, sorry. He did scream out last time. So you actually get to roll with advantage for those 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll roll them again. A 4 and a 4.
Okay, so we'll keep that going. He's brought that great axe. Well. He's brought that great axe down into the Baron with a roll of 22.
That definitely does hit.
Doing 8 slashing damage. And we are back.
I'm trying to look impressive in front of Tracy. Not
that's
scream.
Sweet.
Tough it out, man. Come on, you can.
We'll call it. Yeah. I'm tough.
Write it out. You're good.
We can do it.
Over to you, Loris.
Yeah. So, Bill said to me to go help the Baron. At least that's what I'm imagining. He said in his last turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move. Going to move 40 feet in this towards them, and it's just going slowly. Sorry. On my way, I'm going to pick up a boulder. So I want to grab a boulder. In fact, I'll grab a boulder, move, and then I'm going to throw that boulder at the Berserker.
These boulders are enormous. These are massive 10-foot boulders.
Boulder, stone, anything. Like basically, my ranged weapon attack is a rock. So I want to pick up a rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can find it. You've absolutely found a decent size.
Pick up a rock that's a decent size that I can throw.
Cool.
At Berserker.
You've absolutely found one of these. There's many of these like rock cairns that are sort of dotted around this hill, and there's just one rock that you managed to find close by and pick it up as you make your way across.
Sweet. So I'm pretty certain, if I'm right, that the distance between us is less than 50 feet. If I'm right. which I'm just checking whether I can do it with, whether I need to do it with disadvantage or not.
I'm just going to check this. Yeah, I'll say it's 50 feet, sure.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So that's 1d20 plus 9 to attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 21.
Perfect. That is definitely a hit.
That's 76 plus 6.
Damn, right.
This
That's
rock
good.
is coming hurtling at this guy, and it does 37 damage.
37 is like the magic number. It lands right next to him, but the momentum of it just rolls just over him, and pushing him down into the dirt, and it continues rolling down the hill and into the trees at the base of the hill. And this guy is just crushed on the ground in a little man-shaped hole that you've pushed into the ground.
So Loris is just standing there on all fours, grunting, ready to take on the next thing.
Perfect. There are no berserkers left, and we're down with Morley and Miraqen at this point, down at this tree to the south.
All right. I'm super impressed with Miraqen, but I'm gonna save my plaudits for a little bit later. I'm gonna judge if it's safe to walk up to this crumpled old tree with the skeleton and the axe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do because I don't think I can see anything else directly around me.
There are sort of two. You can see a couple of these blights off to the west. I don't know if you can see there,
right.
and
Yeah.
there. And there's a couple that are 3 just around this area here, off to the east as well.
Those ones to the west, I legit didn't see myself.
Okay, that's okay. They're very
Instead, I'm gonna fire up the crossbow again and go for the sucker over here. The one closest to me.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll to hit.
A 20.
Yeah,
Hey,
it just hits it and it just explodes. It just absolutely explodes as the bolt hits it.
Morley bought his game tonight.
Yeah. Boom. That is dead as well. Anything else from you, Morley?
No.
Cool. Bill, anything from you? Or are you just going to continue riding Loris?
I'm just going to keep riding Loris, but this time I'm just going to say, we need to find Miraqen and Morley. Let's go.
What I will say, Bill, again, is you get that whispering in the back of your head once more. And again, it just says, retrieve my spear. Just whispering in the back of your head. And the band around your bicep tightens just a little bit again. And there's something calling you off to the east. Sort of one of these sort of rock formations is you don't know which one, but one of these rock formations down this hill is sort of calling towards you, calling out to you.
Okay. How this is a weird thing to ask, but how strong is the feeling? Is it like a compulsion, or is it like?
It just feels like
that's weird.
It just feels like the whispering is coming from somewhere to the east, somewhere from one of those piles of rocks, maybe. And it's not like it's not forcing you to act in any way other than you would choose for yourself. So it's not like a compulsion. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I think I would be more concerned about Miraqen and Morley for right now.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. And we'll go back to Miraqen.
I'm going to yell out to Morley, "That was an amazing shot!" And then I'm going to go back into my concentration. I'm going to whisper, "Spirits of nature, hear my call. I call down lightning upon my enemies' heads." And I'm just going to call lightning again. Aim for these ones on the east.
When something works, it works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of the spell. Try and call lightning as many times as you can.
Yeah.
Step 3, profit.
And again, lightning just slams down in between these three. It splinters out, and all of them just erupt up into flames as well. You've got like one small blight that is waiting patiently, and it just stops. It just completely freezes, and for right now, it's almost indistinguishable from the rest. It's just basically a plant from what you can tell.
I see you.
Baron, what would you like to do? Is there anything you specifically want to do, or do we want to just expedite this last one's death?
Oh, is this it? Okay. Yeah, well, what it was, I just saw this giant ape throw a boulder, hit it at full strength, and wipe out the berserker. My sphincter tightened. And I said, let's go. And then I'm just gonna dash. That's all I would have done. I can actually run 80 feet.
Nice.
Because of my cocaine powers. Come on, Tracy, come on, Colin. And
we decided it was Barovian snow or something.
Yeah, sorry, Strahd snow or Barovian blow. And they're gonna run behind, but I'm just leaving them in the dust. I didn't realize they're as slow as they are.
True. There are no more berserkers. We're back with Loris as well.
Yeah, I guess I've been instructed to go find Miraqen and Morley, so I can dash at 80, unless you're going to let me do my Barovian blow extra 10 foot as well, which would make it 100.
Oh, go for it.
Sweet. So it doesn't get me terribly far. So I think 100 puts me in the middle of the circle somewhere, approximately.
Are you running right across the middle of this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's all I can do right now.
Perfect. Back to you, Morley.
So I can't see that little. Did I ever see that little one that's now hidden?
It's not that it's hidden. It's that it just completely froze, and now it just looks like any ordinary shrub. You still know that it was alive and moving, but it's just frozen on the spot, and it almost looks like it could just be any other shrub.
All right, I'm gonna start my walk, and it is gonna be a walk towards this tree.
Yeah.
That's my turn. Oh, I'll might as well use like my action as much as I can, right? So I get double that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm almost there now.
Okay, cool. Bill.
I'm just hanging out.
Cool.
Can't skip
Miraqen,
me.
over to you.
I call upon the power of lightning.
It dies. It absolutely dies.
Right.
And combat is over. Everything atop Yester Hill has been absolutely smoked.
Fuck yeah! What a absolute razing to the ground that was.
And that is how we do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Did anyone take damage apart from Ape Loris?
Ape Loris
I did.
doesn't matter. Or yeah, Baron did, but
Ape
because
Loris
mine's
was
still-
a great
forget.
move.
It was fantastic. I have never had so much fun being changed into something when I wasn't expecting to be.
Actually,
I'm imagining this is what Loris is saying right now.
Yeah. Let's take our 5-minute break while we sort of talk about what happened. Bill, one of my goals for tonight was to damage Bill. That was it. It was
You nearly got that guy.
because if I could damage Bill, then the concentration on Ape Loris could have disappeared.
Yeah.
So that's
To be honest, though, you
honest,
did go like a little easy on not giving him disadvantage trying to hit something that was like on his back.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't.
Hey,
wanna-
we're not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, he's just swatting around. What I was paining myself about when he was swatting the guy on the back was whether or not Bill was going to take damage from it, or like what kind of role I might have if Bill was going to take damage from it as well.
You did go a
And
bit
that was the
easy.
thing that I was agonizing over a bit because I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to hurt Bill. But then I just thought, you know what? I'm an ape. If something's on my back, I'm swatting it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Joe, I mean, I
just
can definitely start being incredibly
Contact
rough.
me if you want.
Yeah, I can definitely start making things harder. I can do that. We can.
Maybe because you had decided that you wanted to hit Bill. When it came around, you go, well, would it just be me wanting to hit him?
I honestly, it was just trying to figure out whether or not if it was a lower roll, but it was in the 20s.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's in the 20s. It's
pretty precise.
It's pretty precise. If it was close, if it had just hit the DC, so the AC of the enemy, then I may have gotten Bill to roll a dex or something. But I thought with a high 20, it was just like whatever.
Or a
It's
miss
fine.
or something, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
really-
can make it. I guess you could say disadvantage, like Joe suggested, or you could be like, oh, yeah, it's 3/4 cover,
Ye-
or
I love that you guys think I'm going easy on you when I'm like, I'm like literally like making up little cool rules on how I can try and actually stop Loris in his path with like assisted grapples and shit like that. Like, I was
It was a
trying.
pretty cool
I
spell,
was
though.
trying to hurt Bill so much, like climbing up twice, only to get a crit stab to the ribs. Yeah,
that makes me feel so much better about my disengage and climb move then.
dude.
was
Not
a
only
good
that,
move.
from like last week when you went like, I turned Loris into this ape, and now I just use dodge. I'm like, mother. I thought it was just going to be you this
Yeah.
entire session going, huh? Hey,
I did think about it.
Great,
I did think about it.
series of moves. Like, just the whole point of keeping Loris as an ape, you're just avoiding getting hit, avoiding anything you could do. That was just, it's very well done. Yeah.
Mm.
We actually did come in with a really good strategy, so it is actually nice that it paid off quite well.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. There was a part of me as well that at this point where you'd gone through that big Winter Splinter fight, I wanted you guys to feel like this was a big, awesome, look at our awesome new powers moment where you can just like lay waste. And you did.
And
You
they
guys
were-
absolutely
cool.
destroyed.
They were on a back foot as well. Like
Yeah.
they didn't have their giant tank thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been.
That would have been cool.
Crazy.
Winter Splinter versus 8 Loris. That would have been
It's-
awesome.
That actually would have
It's
been
funny.
pretty badass.
That would be. I was going to say, when you're like, all the druids cast bark skin, I was like, haha, that spells shit. I know, because I've used it and it's shit.
Hey, it helped them. It very
Really?
much helped. Yeah, because I think their DC naturally was like 12, I think. So that
And
bumped
they-
them up to 16 pretty, which was
Oh,
good.
16, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buckskin actually pretty good if you're a low level with low level armor.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
relatively good. It
I
takes it
find
up
that-
reasonably good.
Bark skin is not worth my time these days.
What's
Not
your
anymore,
AC?
no.
Well, I was looking at the items the other day and I forgot that thing that I have to keep in mind is that I think mine's too lower when I don't have my shield up.
Oh,
So
right.
it's normally 17. It says 17 on here, but I think it's 15 if I don't.
In D&D
Yeah, you should.
Beyond, in D&D Beyond, there should be your shield in your inventory. It
Yeah.
should, if it is it ticked? Is it like the checkbox filled in?
Yeah,
Yes, untick
So-
that.
AC. But yeah, so I don't normally use. You could use a shield and the staff though, right? When you're
Mhm.
casting,
Yeah, I believe
but
so.
you could use it with a short bow, for example.
Correct.
Holding a shield and a short bow.
Yeah.
I don't think you can cast with a staff and a shield. There's like a
Even a druid.
It says it's carried in
Mm.
one hand, so you can have one hand with the shield. And
there's
one-
something about casting when you have somatic motions where you need both hands.
Oh, like Naruto again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should start doing those like hand submit.
Yeah.
Nah, leave that to the monks.
Yeah, let's have a look. Can you cast a spell?
You're basically doing Chidori.
Yeah. I'm so glad you know what that is. That's so cool. Love Naruto. Goddamn.
I have a replica Sasuke sword at my house, by the way.
Ah, yes. That's so cool. I'm hoping to get some of those One Piece boats.
No, it's not.
It's very cool.
That's not,
No, it's the opposite.
not cool.
Super cool.
But I'm glad you have it.
Nerds.
You gotta embrace the nerdiness, man.
Yeah, but it's not cool. Let's not get confused.
Yeah.
The word cool is
Don't
very
get it twisted.
subjective. You
It
can,
was cool though. Like I really enjoyed the getting to use some of our new powers stuff.
yeah,
That was really fun to turn Loris into a big monkey.
that was
Yeah,
so
that was-
good.
Yeah, that was a nice. That was like I like how you also kept it a surprise as well. You're like,
I was gonna tell the players, and then I was like, just not.
That was a good surprise. That was super.
Yeah.
It's nice to do that when you get a spell, eh? Like,
Yeah.
even though it can bite you in the ass.
It has made me realize that now is the time I need to start scaling up fights, though, because I had a look into polymorph and like, so as soon as you got to level 8, you can bring out a CR8 creature. When he's level 9, CR9 creature. So I need to.
Only beast.
Oh, okay. Still CR8 and 9 though.
Yeah. But there's, I think CR7 happens to line up really perfectly for like an amazing beast. Because I misread the spell. The first, like my warlock that I played ages ago had polymorph, and I misread the spell, and I thought it was just any creature of a certain of that CR.
Right.
And so I was turning people into like fucking bone devils and like dragons, and it was awesome, but it was also wrong. I realized.
Your DM let you do it.
The fact that the highest CR I can turn into as a wild shape is half, and you can turn someone into 7.
But you literally chose the path that isn't about wild shaping.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a good perspective on the power, relative power of these animals.
It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
But like I said, if you can just bring out once a day 8 Loris, I need to start making sure I scale for that inevitability. Basically,
yeah, it is a once a day.
Yeah.
Like I've got 1 4th level spell slot.
Right.
And I haven't even used any of those yet. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I just want to thank the Kinreaver for following us. Thank you so much for following us. And that was the other one was 6 hours ago, so I'm not going to mention it. They're not here. I'm not going to say. But thank you, the Kinreaver, for following us. If you're watching and you really like what we're doing, please do give us a follow. Because we love what we do and we want you guys to know when we go live so you can come and enjoy what we're doing. If you guys have got any questions as well while we just have our little break, feel free to chuck them up in the chat. We'll answer them. Speaking of questions, question of the week. That's, I don't know if that's seeing the monkey make that was very creepy.
I had completely forgotten about this actually.
No.
So I'm just gonna have to. I just think on my feet.
Okay.
What is your favorite aspect of D&D? Is it the battle? Like when because you posted or someone posted, Random Oranges posted, roll for initiative, and the guys getting all excited. What is your favorite? Is it like the role playing? Is it the puzzles? Is it the battles? That's what I find interesting. What people find the most fun.
I'll go first because it's the most obvious.
Okay. Is it the rubbing?
It's the victory dance, right? No, it's pretty clear what I enjoy the most when it comes to this game. It is literally beating the shit out of things and making it the most fun, finding the most creative ways to destroy something.
I loved I loved adding some of the flavor for some of Ape Loris's attacks. That was quite enjoyable.
Like because it's easy to walk around with a big axe and go, I roll a d20 and I cut him. Woohoo, yeah! But it's so much more fun to describe how you slash and cut and etc. etc.
Yeah,
that's what I enjoy. I find that is the most fun part for me.
Do you like the dice?
I love rolling dice. I do. I find I even I felt I didn't think I'd enjoy Roll20, like rolling the dice for you, but I quite enjoy that as well because I quite like the feeling of rolling the dice. But yeah,
it makes a sound.
I love watching the numbers. The numbers are great. They're my friends.
How about you, Joe?
I like the unexpected ways the roleplay takes people, and just like the little memes that start occurring about it. Just ends up building a character and like building up different scenarios that you didn't expect.
What have you? Is there an example or something of something
emergent gameplay?
Oh, I like for example, how like Morley started crushing on Irina, and now it's progressed to like the rest of the party noticing and being like, ooh, and then be like, no, stop. And like somehow we've ended up starting as like proposition for a small business, diversifying into kombucha production, just dumb stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff you wouldn't get in a video game, isn't it? Because it starts off as a
What did I
suggestion.
You're just saying
Adam's
dumb stuff like
face.
that, and Adam's like, hey.
Kombucha.
I
Yeah.
thought about that really hard.
Adam, what about you, Adam? What's your favorite thing about D&D?
Yeah, I love the role play too. It's my favorite bit about it, like interacting with characters and that like riffing with like you as the game master or like my party members. Like I really love just seeing what's going to happen next because it's like so much more open than like a quest in a video game where you say 2 lines and then they just keep repeating the same thing over and over again because they've got nothing more to say. Like it can literally go in any direction for as long as you want, really.
Yeah.
But the other thing I like, I'm not a huge fan of combat, but I do love getting a kill. Like I do love when Morley like takes someone out. Like I love the body count. Like a fucking psycho.
But you're not a fan
But
you're not a fan of the actual battle.
Not really.
Okay.
Real Dexter.
He doesn't like fighting, but he loves the killing.
Yeah.
When they're dead, it's satisfying.
It's the most satisfying when they're dead.
How about you there, John?
I think I like the surprises. Like when something surprising happens, either I do something that's surprising or the team does something that's surprising. I think that's the most fun. Like the ape thing, or I'm only thinking about, or Gil becoming Bill.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like where something really unexpected happens, and that doesn't. Sometimes that's just the roll of the dice that makes something unexpected happen. Sometimes it's like somebody has an idea about what they want to do. I think that's really fun because it's, it's like you're creating and something entertaining for the people that are playing too. I guess it's a little bit of the DM side of it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Maybe.
This is just an aside. What are your guys' thoughts on? Sorry, let's go. Actually, Shannon, you go first, and then.
Well, what about you?
Me, I really prefer DMing over playing. So I've played a little bit, and I just think I really enjoy creating something that other people enjoy. That's the thing that I enjoy, is knowing that I'm driving you guys towards through this story and seeing you guys cracking up at some of the stuff that happens and really invested and shocked at some of the stuff that happens. And knowing that a completely different version of Curse of Strahd would be happening if someone else was DMing. So I really like that. That's something I really, really enjoy. So I think in regards to DMing versus player, it's pretty much DMing the whole time. I'm quite happy to keep that.
And you like a specific maybe part of DMing, which is there's a lot of good role play.
Yeah.
In there.
But it's like, again, it's not even that. It's also thinking about how to reveal certain things or lead people
surprise
down.
people.
Yeah, surprises. Surprises is good. Yeah.
I like I think I'm like Adam. I don't like the combat so much. I mean, I do like it a bit. I mean, I really like it. You get your spells and
you
stuff
flipped
like
really
that.
quick on that one.
Yeah, I really do. I like parts of it. But once you're actually in it,
I love it.
It's my favorite.
It's wonderful. But I like it. It can quickly become like long. A battle.
Yeah.
Everyone feels that once a battle, and then especially if you're winning, and then you're just like picking them off. But I do like getting new spells and just like blasting stuff and all that, or pulling off a D20 or something like that. So I'm not saying I don't like combat, but as far as all the aspects, I think my favorite one is maybe trying to figure out what the hell's going on in the overall story, or try and figure out the clues that some NPC is dropping, and figure out how that fits in with everything else. That's quite fun.
I think as a player, I think one of the things I really enjoy that I don't think you could make a good campaign on is just fucking puzzles. Just give me all the puzzles. I just want puzzles for my character to solve. That's way more satisfying than just rolling some dice and letting luck decide how things go.
Isn't like the Tomb of Annihilation puzzly base? I can't remember.
Sure, actually.
Maybe not.
I haven't read up much on that one.
I thought they just fucked you up.
There is a book either that has come out or is coming out that's quite heavy on the puzzles, right?
Yeah, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything has got a whole section on puzzles, which is going to.
Maybe we should do something with puzzles.
Honestly, I think that's why I got hooked to D&D, because the first thing we did was the Mad Mage's Manor or whatever it was, or the Manor of As something or other.
Manor of Estebar.
And that was just like a new puzzle in every room. So like, you couldn't have picked a better intro to D&D for me, I think.
That was actually really fun. I quite enjoyed some of the way we solved some of those puzzles. That was really cool. I actually didn't think I'd enjoy that part of it as much, because
that was a well thought out one shot.
Was that a pre-written campaign, or was that something you found, or what was that?
I didn't make it. I bought it off of like one of those buy an RPG site things,
like DM's Guild or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think it might have even been DM's Guild, and it was like 99 cents US.
It was
really so good.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the fidelity of the maps and stuff wasn't like super amazing, but the ideas were really great.
Yeah, I really liked it.
There was a lot of different things in that campaign for all of us to do, and it sort of fitted well for all of us.
Like invisible enemies that you got to try and figure out how to see them. Rooms that like shrink people down. I remember the
butterfly rooms,
big dining room just full of constant like moons, drawings of moons that we had to figure out the waxing and waning of and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were cool.
I think D&D puzzles are probably better than video game puzzles, to be honest, because they have a bit more license for creativity. Sometimes me and Reagan have tried to play games together that have puzzles in them, and it's always the worst, because like as soon as we come across the puzzle, Reagan's like, and he's like solving it before me.
I'm literally like that.
I'm
put the controller down.
Honestly, like your energy is just so intense right now.
Yeah, it is.
And he's already solved it, and I've just like hardly figured anything out.
Now you know that. Is it a surprise that I'm excited you've got a Sasuke sword? No, it's not a surprise.
That light and darkness puzzle that I had in that Christmas, not the Christmas last year, but the one before. That was Joe's first game, I think. That light and shadow puzzle. The first time I ran it, they literally lucked their way through it after like 20 minutes, and you walked in like done. I know how to do it. Yeah. And Shannon was in the group that I ran it with the first time.
Right.
Oh, what was that? I can't remember.
It was like you step on a thing, you step on a panel and it lights up, and then you step on the next one and it lights up, and you step on the next one and that lights up, but the two behind you turns off or something. Or something like that.
Like the piano in that movie with Tom Hanks.
Big.
Big.
Except light instead of notes.
Also, it was light.
Light was involved as well. To be fair,
was it you that solved the puzzle that got Sig his hammer, Shannon?
Yeah.
Like you literally was it Sig solved?
Oh no, it was
Shannon was
solved.
Shannon literally walked up to the wall and go, "Yeah, I've got the here you go," and it's just like wow. And I honestly, when Reagan read that, when explained it to him, like I've got no fucking idea what's going on.
Kind of felt like I was cheating.
Yeah, I was so far behind. I didn't even know that it had been solved, and I was like, "What now?"
Yeah. And then Reagan's like, "Was it too obvious?" And I'm like, "I hadn't even started to put that together."
It looked like Shannon and I had conspired to figure it out. Like it was so smooth, it was amazing.
It did. Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that
like
is
there'd
one
be some
risk
talking
with
behind it.
D&D puzzles, though, is if you have something too important locked behind a puzzle,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to basically give the players a way of solving it. And
But it's the
it's
same with
really
dice
unsatisfying.
as well. You can't lock stuff behind dice
Yeah.
if that is their only option
Mm.
to continue the story, and it happens.
I'd be happy
Yeah.
for like if the players were having a problem solving it, I would end up just getting the person with the highest intelligence to solve it, and the character solves it. You know,
Yeah, after 2 hours or something.
not real time, not real
in
time.
game. Yeah, and
Yeah.
for the characters, like you have to, like that when Gandalf sits there trying to figure out how to get into Mordor, not Mordor, Moria,
Mm.
and he's trying to remember the password and stuff like that, and it just you can say, well, it took Gandalf
Yeah,
2 hours.
you could even sort of unravel the puzzle to them as well. Like, oh, he figures out this and he figures out that, and so you're actually showing the players how to solve it by the time you get to the end of your the character solving it, which would be a kind of fun way to do it. Anyway, let's get back into it.
I've
because
done a fan art.
Oh, we've done a fan
Oh
art?
yeah,
Oh,
Fan art of Loris.
that's good.
Yes, I love it.
You don't have Bill on his back. That's what I
I
want
need
to
a
get some.
caption. What's the caption?
Don't toss me off.
I'll toss you off. I'll toss you off.
I'll toss you off. Yeah.
And then that's going on the next T-shirt.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put you guys back on.
You get a lot of
I'm gonna
fans like that.
I'm gonna go a little bit cleaner, and I'm just gonna call it Loris's new coat.
Oh, lovely.
Nice. Okay, I'll
Technically
put you
With
a
guys.
dream.
the love
Loris.
heart. He loves it.
All right, it's all free movement now, so we don't have to worry about darting 60 foot at a time. So we're going to get you guys back onto Yester Hill. We'll get Sirenscape going as well. Just like that. Basically, Loris, you're surrounded by a bunch of burned bodies. There is a splatter of blood on some of the boulders behind you from one of the guys who threw into there. Miraqen, you're sort of taking in your handiwork of all of these small smoking shrubs around this area of sickly looking bushes and trees. Bill, you're still clung to the back of Loris's neck as he traipses his way through this circle in the middle. And Baron,
so-
you and the skeletons are making your way south as well. Morley, up against this tree is this body. It looks to be like a body of an adventurer of some sort. And again, mentioned stuck into this tree, into this sickly, bloody tree, is this just this massive battle axe.
All right. I want to, before I touch anything, I want to give it a good old-fashioned investigation to see if I'm in any danger or
Dust
I'm
up
getting
prints.
any words written on the axe or any sort of clue to what's going on here.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Is this for just like for both the axe and this adventurer, or? Yep, just give me an investigation roll for that.
13 total.
It looks like this guy has been dead for quite some time. While you can still see the tattered leather armor on him, it's basically unsalvageable. It's so damaged, and there's still just little patches of skin sitting on top of the skeletal remains of him. There doesn't seem to be really anything on him other than his tattered clothing and armor. The axe that is attached to this tree looks like it's been there just as long as this body has. And you're taking a look at the handle of it, and it looks to be carved with leaves and vines. And it's a decent-sized two-handed battle axe.
And it's in the tree, like it's been struck into the tree and wedged, or
Yeah.
it's like the tree's grown around it.
It looks like maybe this person was here to try and cut that tree down, but died in doing so.
Heart attack.
I'm leaving that tree the fuck alone then. Miraqen! And I'm gonna beckon Miraqen over.
Yeah.
Get over here. There's some sort of felled lumberjack or something.
Oh, it's a spooky tree.
Miraqen, you get close as well, and it's so clear that the staff that you've got, that kind of gross black staff that you've got, it's so clear that it's come from this tree. It's got the same sort of feel to it.
Yeah, it's just like my creepy staff. I don't like it. I don't know if I like my own staff. I hate this. Did the bows salvage it even a little? Be honest.
No.
Oh, I knew you'd say that. Can I perceive anything about this tree that? Yeah, I don't know.
What you pick up on the fact that the roots of this tree are really quite large where they enter the ground, and you look around some of the trees around in the circle around it, and the roots of this blackened tree have started growing up and wrapping around the other trees in this area. Like it has been the cause of the demise of these trees.
Oh, I'm getting an evil vibe from this tree. Can I just strike it with lightning? If we back off?
You totally can. If you want to, yeah, you're welcome to blast it with lightning.
It seems like it seems evil to me, and it feels like it's strangling the forest around it. I'm sure Winter Splinters was made from this horrible thing. I don't even know why I bothered rolling damage, but I did.
What's that? 19 damage. You send down like a bolt of lightning down into this tree. And it definitely starts... It takes a lot of that impact. It hits into it. This sappy kind of blood gets sprayed out in a little bit of a radius around the tree. But it stays in its form. It's taken a little bit of damage, but this thing looks to be pretty sturdy.
I'm just like, I wonder if there are any massive apes around here that would be able to help.
The tree's evil, Mary. I can feel it.
Can you give me a nature check, Joe?
Yes. You'd think I'd be good at this, but I'm not. What's with that?
What?
I have a +0
nature,
for nature, and I'm a freaking druid. I've rolled an 8.
An
How are
8.
you not good at nature?
Nature is an intelligence skill.
I totally thought you'd be all about that. You're not sure why that tree, any other tree would have like erupted into flame with that bolt of lightning that big.
I think it's a source of evil nature energy.
Can I be walking over?
Yeah,
see them?
totally.
Hey, hello. What's all this carnage? I guess it's just blackened, 15-foot wide type.
There is like scorch marks all over the ground in this area with just like burning shrubs.
Yeah. Well, burning shrubs.
Yeah.
Burning shrubbery. Hello.
That's to
Brian!
There you go.
I blew them all up, Brian!
You should have seen her, Brian. She was something else, I tell you.
I saw the lightning and I thought, is that Miraqen? Bet it is. Because it looks brutal. What's going on? Yeah.
Just
Your
checking
weird
out
tree.
an evil tree.
Gross tree.
Gross.
It is. It looks like Winter Splinter or same.
It looks like
shit?
Winter Splinter would have been made up of a lot of the same sort of material that this tree is made of as well. You remember seeing vines coming up over the foot of this statue when they were building it, and even the completed statue was just wrapped in these vines and roots, and they look exactly like the roots that are digging into the ground around the base of this tree.
And you guys saw Winter Splinter growing, didn't you? Because I didn't. And it grew. It wasn't just harvested and it just came out of the ground, did it?
Oh, it erupted, Baron.
So
They built something around it.
It split. It basically was growing within this statue, and it burst
Big
out of
Strahd.
this statue. Yeah, this big statue of Strahd.
Strahd Wickerman. Can I figure out what's going on at all?
You can give me a nature check if you like.
Nature. Okay, I got a +4. 17 + 4.
Now that you see this up close, you recognize this for what it is. You recognize this as a fabled Gultheus tree. And then you recognize that maybe the staff that Miraqen had and the powers that it has is likely from this as well. You heard
The type of tree?
The Gultheus was the name of what you always knew as a fabled creature of vampire, but now that you're in Barovia, you're thinking there's probably a little more to this name now that you're here. So the name Gultheus to you was this name of this legendary fabled vampire who would use just terrible magic, real dark magic. And he raised up this abominable tower known as Nightfang Spire. But he was killed when a hero plunged a wooden stake through his heart. It's one of the stories that you knew from like your childhood. But as this vampire was destroyed, his blood infused with that stake a dreadful power. And in time, tendrils of this new growth sprouted out from that stake, growing into this sapling infused with the vampire's evil essence. And it was said that a mad druid discovered the sapling, transplanted it to an underground grotto where it could grow. And from this Gultheus tree came the seeds from which the very first blights were sown.
Oh.
The only other thing that you know is that a Gultheus tree, it's really, really hard to kill. It's really hard to kill one of these things. Even when they look destroyed, they are known to regenerate with time. And you know that the only way to truly kill a Gultheus tree is to uproot it. Basically, dig it out of the ground.
Did someone say digging?
Does anyone know how to do serious digging?
Or
Mold
I
earth,
could
mold
look
earth.
after it
It's
for
the
a
gift that
week.
keeps giving.
Yes.
What was that from Morley?
I said, or I could look after it for a week, and that would definitely kill it. No chance of regeneration after that.
Oh, that's quite a lot of information, Brian. You sure know a lot.
I read.
Yeah, you do.
Shit.
Yeah. It's pretty much all I do.
Honestly, it sounds very evil. I think we should finish the job and get rid of this thing.
Fuck yeah. This basically can trace its lineage back to Gultheus, the fabled vampire. So, I mean, this place sucks. There's vampires everywhere. And
Vampire trees.
If we leave it here, it's just going to cause more shit and attract more evil druids. Because it sounds like evil druids planted this thing in the first place, or started this. So.
Yeah, the ones with bad teeth did it.
Yes.
Let's get this thing out.
Yeah, if you want to spend some time trying to basically use, I'm assuming, use mold earth to dig this thing
I
out.
reckon me and Loris together at least, like I can help loosen it up. He can like help heave it out of the earth. What can anyone else offer?
Well, I did want to check. How long does polymorph last?
A full hour.
Oh, yeah, you've still got plenty of time for Ape Loris to make his way over and help uproot this tree if you so wish.
Also, let's get that battle axe and have a look at it.
Yeah, I
Loris,
imagine.
Loris wants the axe.
Yeah, I guess that might happen. Okay, what we can say is if if Loris is keen to go over there and help remove the axe and uproot this tree while Miraqen digs away at it with mold earth.
Yeah, so just as I'm walking across, I want to the guy that I threw that way, I want to basically walk through him. Hands and feet over the dead bodies, so my hands are covered in blood. And I want to leave a trail of Loris size ape footprints down the path. Okay. Just kind of like a I was here sort of thing.
I did say don't mash them, Loris.
Yeah, you do that.
Before
You
Loris
just,
gets there,
yeah. Just stomps his way through all these burnt druids, just crushing them and leaving hands and feet prints as he makes his way across the circle.
just before he gets to the tree, can I get Tracy and Colin to retrieve the skeleton that's by the tree?
Yeah, yep.
I'm not interested
yeah.
in the weapon, but in the skeleton.
I figured. Yeah, both Tracy and Colin spend their time sort of moving over and gently pulling, like Colin grabs the arms and Tracy grabs the legs, and they move the skeleton out from underneath this tree.
Fantastic.
Bill, you are still getting that whispering.
Yeah. Hey, while you're all doing that, I'm just gonna go take a leak. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna head in the direction of where that feeling is coming from.
Yeah, you're sort of walking slowly down the grass on this hill, and you make your way to that first path that sort of circles around this hill. And that whispering is still just repeating over and over. And you get up close to this pile of rocks that you're heading to just off to the east here. And it seems like maybe it's coming from maybe the one to the north of here. And you walk up to that one, and it's still maybe not that one. You sort of not bouncing, you're just moving between these different piles of rocks until you stumble upon one slightly down the hill, the one where you're at right now. Yeah. And
I imagine he's like, Bill's looking back at the party like, oh, no, not this one. Oh,
yeah.
no, not this one. This looks like a good one.
And yeah, you just feel drawn to this one that you're standing at the moment, and there's just piles of rocks here. They're all relatively heavy, but they're not even remotely the size of the ones at the top of this hill. They all look like they could just be rolled aside if you wanted.
I roll them aside.
Yeah, you take a few minutes to slowly roll a couple away, and that feeling of importance grows and grows, and you feverishly start digging away, and you push one more rock, and just the head of this spear is visible now, and you take a few more of these boulders and push them aside, and you find this spear. Let's have a quick look here. I'm not going to, Bill doesn't get all the information below that image quite yet, but John, you're welcome to read it over. While you didn't have a compulsion to find this pile of rocks, you've got a compulsion to pick up this spear.
No.
And that voice in the back of your head just whispers again, You are worthy of my spear. It hungers for blood. Rule these mountains in my stead. And then the voice is gone, and you're left with this spear in front of you. And it feels like it belongs to you. Now I'm going to say, just as a breaking the fourth wall here, anybody who uses that, anyone can use that spear. Anyone can equip it and use that spear. But Bill, if you use that spear, you get an extra 2 to hit and an extra 2 for damage.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'll if it feels like it belongs to me. I am a bit worried about he's asking me to rule somewhere. But if it feels like it belongs to me, I don't know how I can not grab it.
Yeah, fair enough. So are you going to pick this up?
Good classic DM question.
Do you want to pick the spear that's calling your name up?
It's covered in blood, and it's called the Blood Spear.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know. Bill doesn't know it's called the Blood Spear.
He doesn't know it, but he does see that it looks kind of old. It does look old. It's got leather bindings, and it is stained with blood.
Okay, I've not read any of the stuff below.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d20, and I think 10 or below, I leave it.
Just
No,
roll
sorry,
some rocks back on.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
If I have the choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna roll for it because it's pretty 50-50. Yeah, 10 or below, I'm leaving it. 11 to 20, I take it. Trying to not get it read from Reagan. I rolled a 14.
That's it. You take it.
I reach out and grab the spear.
The moment you touch it. Nah, just kidding. No. nothing
Melts
bad
to your
happens.
hand.
But I will say that the moment you wrap your fingers around it, you just get images in your mind of this human chieftain, just massive muscles, really strong guy with an army of people behind him. You can see him out hunting at night and sleeping during the day. He doesn't seem to be a vampire from what you can see, but maybe you're getting flashes of him living that way. He would kill his enemies and drink their blood, and he would live underground. And you can see him in all of his fights in these images that you're getting. Kavan, the mighty chieftain, just taking people out with his bloody spear. The one thing that you also notice in one of the images that you see is a battled Kavan stabbing someone, them falling to their death, a glow from the spear, and some of Kavan's damage being healed.
Okay.
And then the images, and then the
Wow, that's some serious imagery. Yeah.
and then the images are gone, and the whispering is gone, and you're just left with that spear in your hand.
I don't know if this thing is evil or not. It seems pretty evil.
If it makes you feel better, I've got an evil staff right now. I'm feeling very conflicted about it. It is also blood themed.
This whole country is evil.
This whole country is very blood themed, isn't it?
At least it's from Kevin.
No.
Yeah,
Kevin,
I wander back
Kevin
to the party and go, I found Kevin's spear.
It's cultural appropriator.
Yeah.
Ivan.
Who's Kevin?
It was Kavan.
He was a chieftain.
Phil's just like, don't you know? He's a chieftain. Everyone knows.
He's a
What do you
chieftain.
mean? How do you know?
Yeah,
Who?
what is that?
It's a spear covered in blood. I think probably I will call it Bloody Spear.
Oh. Did you find that while weeing?
Yeah, it was in a pile of rocks.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good.
Does it
pretty
say
cool.
Kevin on it somewhere?
No, there was this whispering in my mind. I think it was a guy. He sounded like a Kevin. Sounded like,
Whispering in your mind, you say that seems healthy and normal. Very good.
that's the kind of thing I do all the time. So
Morley.
Bill, do you think you love the spear, or would you let him? Morley sort of pulls out the bell. He's got. We could maybe arrange some sort of exchange or something if you don't love it.
I think I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit, but I will keep your generous offer in mind.
Okay.
All right. So I think by the time you've come back, you've spent a few, maybe 15 minutes has passed while you've gone off, uncovered this, had this sort of vision, and come back, and you've found this enormous tree on its side, uprooted, and these roots have just been. Loris is still pulling some of these roots out of the ground. These are long, wiry roots. and the axe lying on the ground, sort of. Loris like pulls up some of the vines and then puts his hand on top of the axe and like looks around and then goes back to the vines, like he's trying making sure no one gets to it.
And I'm helping loosen the dirt as he goes.
Yeah.
Loris is literally covered in dirt and vines. He's just been hurling them in the air. He's tossing them in. Like an ape would be just ripping shit out of the ground, just tossing it up, just no care in the world. He's just ripping crap out of the ground.
Yeah, I think
Having a great time doing it.
Loris, I think.
I think a good
Get aboard.
I think a good half hour passes until all of the vines and roots of this thing have been pulled out of the dirt and it's been fully excavated.
A job well done, team. Also, there's a... Oh!
Some spring cleaning. Gardening.
By the way, there was a mystical floating mirage of a castle or something as well at some point, wasn't there?
Yep.
So, can we look at that?
I mean, you're welcome to look at it.
I am.
Was that over there somewhere, is it?
It's in the west, wasn't
It was basically the entire... Like you can even see some of that wall of mist from your current position, just looking out over to the west. It reaches as high as you can see, and it stretches out to the north and the south as far as you can see. And there's just like a weird, illusory... you're not getting as good of an angle from this point. It's like the illusion isn't as good from this point. So you're only making out
Try and cross your eyes.
Yeah. Well, it's a sailboat. Yeah. So there's just some shapes. You're not seeing as clear of a vision from here. I think at this point as well, your ape spell is probably coming pretty close to a close, Loris. So you guys, yeah, are you guys just going to try and get a better spot to look at this thing? What are you guys planning to do?
Was the tree completely fucked now?
Well, it's been dug up, and you know that the only thing that can kill, or one that can truly die, is being one that has been completely uprooted.
And
I'm
then,
going to pound it with a few extra lightning bolts because this spell lasts a whole hour. So I'm just going to smash it.
I think, right. You and the Baron look at each other, and you look up at the sky, and you just like bring down every 6 seconds just this enormous bolt for the next 5 minutes, just bringing this thing to cinders. It is now completely destroyed, completely uprooted. There's nothing but ash.
And that's how we do it.
Fuck the tree. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like
fucking
Loris is
Mold
back.
Earth, I tell you. Mold Earth is the best spell.
How's Loris feeling?
Loris is just kind of checking at his hands, but it's sort of, I'm all in one piece. I felt big, not really sure what's going on. Ooh, axe! And yeah, very intrigued by the axe. It's on the ground, I assume, pretty close by me. But,
Yeah, you'd been sort of protecting that as ape Loris for a wee while now.
So what does it look like?
It looks just like a big two-handed battle axe. It looks similar in sort of size to the one that you've currently got, but there's definitely something to this. It's got leaves and vines that have been carved into the axe's handles. Handle. Sorry, it's only got one.
Yeah. Although a two-handled axe would be kind of cool.
Yeah. The metal's in the middle. Which is like a long staff with a
It's like one of those things that you used to cut garlic. What are they called? Half moon type thing.
Oh, right.
Oh, those things. Yeah, like they're kind of like I'm not sure what they're called.
I'm
but
going to stop doing that. Direction on your table, Regan.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not as cautious as Molly or Bill, and I just want to pick the axe up and give it a bit of a swing and sort of feel how it feels.
It is so light. It is like half the weight of your current battle axe. Like it is like super lightweight, and just moving that battle axe through the air just feels so much easier less of a weight on you. You just, it's such a joy to swing.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Carbon fiber. Latest
I think
technology.
you swing it a couple of times, and there's just the hint of little, like, it's not enough to hurt you at all, but there's a little scratching in your hand. You move the axe into one hand and look down at the handle, and there's just the hints of these little prickles coming up on the handle itself. But they're not large. They're not going to damage you. There's just like a hint of them growing. They don't grow. You keep doing more swings, and they don't make themselves bigger or anything like that. There's clearly some connection to this area, the Golthius trees, the tree blights, the vine blights, the needle blights. There's some connection in this axe.
Can I get any? Oh, unless Dave's gonna examine the axe, I want to examine the guy who was swinging the axe. You sort of come to the same sort of realization as Morley, that he's been dead a long time. There's no real telltale signs of anything to identify this guy. Doesn't look like he was a druid or anything like that.
No, with sort of the leather gear that he's wearing, he looked like he might have been some kind of
A gimp.
fighter or something. Maybe a soldier with a battle axe,
Fighter.
maybe just someone with vendetta against this tree.
Yeah, it just hates trees.
Just hates this tree.
Tree. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This tree seems pretty hideous. I wouldn't mind paying just a little bit closer attention to the designs on the axe, because obviously there's, like you said, there's vines and leaves on the handle. I wouldn't mind just kind of I'm probably not going to find anything, but as best as Loris can, kind of discern if there's anything there that may say what this is, where this has come from.
I like that your video's frozen just with the permanent grin. So I think that's
Oh, rude.
that's fantastic. Give me an investigation roll.
Okay, give me a second. Oh, come on, roll 20.
If we find out this is blood themed,
Well, that that would make me even more happy. An investigation roll, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that frozen
So I
frame
roll
is fantastic.
a 22.
Yeah, perfect. You look over the handle of this thing and see the design of these vines and leaves. It doesn't give any kind of evil. There's no evil to this. It's almost like a peacefulness to the design. And you grab that axe in both of your hands and you walk over to one of these shrubs nearby, and you just swing the axe through the shrub just to see what it feels like to attack. Can you just give me an attack with your normal axe for now?
Sure. Great axe. Here we go. I rolled a 24.
Okay.
I feel like I wasted a really good roll.
And there was a slashing damage of 9. Can you also give me another D8?
Another D8. Sure. So I rolled a 6.
Yeah, cool. So you just slash out with that axe through this shrub that's in front of you. And the moment it connects, there's just a soft green glow that takes over that axe. And you just slice through that with ease. You can feel the extra damage that axe has done to that shrub.
I like this.
And then the green sort of dissipates again.
No thorn feeling prickles in my hand at all.
No. Just the same sort of feel. Just that same sort of feel. Like more of a scratch in your palm than anything. No damage to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's kind of your investigation sort of gives you that maybe this is pretty good against plants or plant-like creatures.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's probably all I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stick it in where my old axe would normally go and pull out my other axe. I've just kind of got it stashed on my back for now with my other axe, because I'm not really sure about this thing, but I like it. I'll figure it out later.
Okay. So what's the crew up to? Morley? What's Morley thinking?
Morley's definitely thinking it's time to start heading back to Vallaki. Don't want to miss the big date, the big dance.
The big date.
It's grand final weekend. So definitely want to sort of be encouraging my mad crew to get back to Vallaki. We should be.
What is the time?
So you guys head off that morning at about 8 o'clock. It was about a 40-minute ride there. It's been about another hour. So it's about 9:40 at this point.
Damn,
heaps
we've
of
got
time.
so much time.
And breakfast.
I can. Yeah, let's have an early lunch. Let's check out this Mirage thing. We've got time. That's what I would say.
I'd like to draw a picture of it. I've got pen and paper.
Yeah.
Sketch one out.
I'd like to at least try and comprehend this weird thing that we're looking at.
Yeah, you keep heading north to try and get that same vision that you saw earlier. And you make your way further north past the western. Are you guys all traveling up together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
All traveling up. And you get about halfway past this ring of boulders. And standing there, just looking out towards that wall of fog, is the silhouette of a man. And it's a man you recognize. And without looking in your direction, he just says, "Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a wonderful sight?" And Strahd is standing on this hilltop, looking out into the mist. And, that's where we're going to end, obviously. Obviously, that's where we're going to end.
I stay for it. He was just standing.
You're just standing, looking off into the mist, looking at the vision.
Fuck this guy.
Oh, God.
Him and his games.
Strahd is back, guys.
I like before he even finishes a sentence, Dave yells, "Get him!"
Well, he's busy admiring the view. He's
That's a dramatic villain sentence.
You never let the villain finish their sentence. You got to get them
always
while they're
let
doing
them
the whole epilogue.
That old phrase.
Well, at least now I know what to
Never
expect at the start of the next session, I guess.
He opens his mouth and we all just charge.
Yeah.
You gotta let the villain.
Dramatic and sinister to say, "Oh no!"
It is like Ghostbusters, though, isn't it?
You let the villain.
Yeah.
The villain always tells you what his plan is when you're about to kill. Like you capture him, and he's like, "Ha! My plan is so evil and dastardly. You'll never get it. You'll never figure it out." And then he tells you what it is.
No.
And at that point, you let him talk, but you've got to capture him first.
No,
What?
he captures you and
He
tells
captures you and tells you the plan.
That's not how my story works.
It's like
I'm
James
the
Bond.
owner of my own
James Bond
story.
saying, when you capture the villain, then they tell you what they're going to do. We've already lost at that
Yeah,
point.
they're not
What are you
giving up
talking about?
anything.
so backwards.
Never let him finish.
Never let a
He's like,
NPC
"Let me
finish
tell
a
you
scene."
my
Yo, Strahd,
plan."
I'm gonna let you finish.
But Loris has one of the best axes of all time.
Very good.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. I was cracking up because, like, John, you're talking about like surprises and stuff. Yeah, I love the surprises and creating surprises. I was just sitting there going, I've got a surprise for you.
So was
He
Strahd like the whole time watching us, or has he just sort of appeared, like just
I was here the whole time watching.
very voracious?
In the
It's
mist.
just
That's
very
for
weird.
DM to know and us to probably never find out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, he won't get a chance to tell us.
I think he might.
I love that you think you're just ready to take on Strahd. I love that. And I want to see that play out. I want to see how that goes.
Well, he'll just do what he did the last time and run away.
You ran
He'll-
away
he'll-
last time. What are you
He'll cause
talking about?
some shit and then he'll run
You
away.
guys all ran away. He stayed on the spot. Well, you guys
It's not-
literally all ran
it's not how I
away.
remember.
He laughed at us as we ran for our lives. Is
That's
actually
not
what
how I
happened.
remember it.
I just imagine Loris on the back of this cart going, "Yeah, you run, motherfuckers!" It's like I'm standing right here.
Catch you later.
It's totally how.
Actually,
Get out of here.
That's
you.
totally how it would have happened.
Yeah.
Loris would have been.
But it's not
"You
how
run."
it did happen.
It's not how. No, that's how I saw it happening.
What do you mean?
It's like delusions.
So I mean, you just don't remember what happened. I mean, that's okay. You can just admit you don't remember how it happened.
Well, no, I remember. I remember being
You were his
taking
bitch
control
last
of.
time.
I was taking control of. So literally, I had no control of anything that I did. So I probably wouldn't remember most of what happened.
No, but Dave does.
Yeah.
But also, we explained it to Loris after.
yeah.
Totally.
He believed you though. Like,
But still, I'd like
Leave
to
us.
see. I'd like to see Strahd's chances against Loris, though. Probably
ready.
not good.
I'm ready for a
Um,
one-on-one.
I mean, we
Loris
can
versus
we can jump back in if we want to have a look and see how it goes.
Okay.
no,
You
what,
take
what we need to happen first is for a long rest to occur, so John can make me an ape again, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I'll take.
Hold up, Strahd. Just gonna have a quick nap.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Strahd, who defeated an entire army, could probably also take on one ape. He's known as the devil, by the way. He's probably quite strong, I reckon.
Only one ape though, not an army of apes.
Yeah.
That would be
Apes
ridiculous.
aren't native to Barovia, so
True.
could happen. He'd be, what the fuck is that? My greatest fear. An ape.
It's uncanny. It's like,
Banana.
it's like a big person. I don't like it. It's uncanny.
He's running on his hands.
His face keeps disappearing and turning into a hairy ball.
Mhm.
I wish these things would happen in real games. That is great.
That is good. I love that Morley's got the makeup of the filter on again as well.
Aw. Kawaii.
Good session, guys. You happy with
Yeah, it was great.
some of the look? John, tell me about the spear. What are you feeling about that spear?
I've got some thoughts actually. I might try to speak with Kavan,
Okay.
though I don't know how to do that. But I figured if I concentrated with it and tried to use message, maybe that would
Right.
work.
Message isn't
But
for dead folks, though, is it? Messages for like
no,
living.
it's not.
Speak with Kavan. That is
Speak with
John.
Kavan.
It's a cantrip.
Feel free to add the blood spear to your inventory as well.
Okay, I will.
Um,
And then the other thing I was thinking about is once I know this thing, what this thing's about, and Morley kind of suggested that he has it. It kind of feels more like a thing that Morley might have than what Bill might have. Like, as he's actually a fighty guy, and Bill's not really. But
yeah.
I'll see. I want to try to talk to Kevin first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm intrigued that Kevin was calling out to John. Obviously, that had something to do with the
My
armband
armband.
that he's got going on as well.
Mm.
But yeah,
So like,
it seems kind of chose Bill as the.
yeah. So like I said,
Well, I got it from Brian.
yeah. So anybody else who uses it will get like. So it's a spear that if you bring someone to 0 while attacking with it, you get some temporary hit points added onto yourself. While you are using it, Bill, you get +2 to attack and +2 for damage. Anyone
That's
else?
really awesome.
If anyone else uses it,
Oh, is it specific to me, that thing?
because you have been chosen by Kavan.
Oh, okay.
No one else will get those bonuses. They'll get the temporary HP if they kill, but it's just a normal spear to anyone
Okay.
else.
Well, maybe it makes more sense for me to have it if Kevin has really nicely given me his token of his favor,
Yeah.
which I've wrapped around my arm. Kevin's champion.
bards are bards and clerics are the only classes that can use the spell Speak with Dead.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Mm.
So that's an option. Speak with Kevin. 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
I'd need to level up again.
True. I imagine.
Oh, can you not do 3rd level spells?
I can, but I can't swap my spells. Not one of
Ever?
these fancy pants having a spell book, guys.
I didn't. I've forgotten.
Different classes have
Bad
different
thing.
access to spell. Yeah.
So you
I
pick
can only
it
swap.
and then you
I
fuck
can only
with
swap
it.
spells that are level up.
Right. Okay. Well, that's
Druids can do it at a long rest, and same with wizards. Is that right?
yeah, but druids get the whole list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So druids get access to all their spells.
Yeah.
Oh,
No?
So Joe,
yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant the whole list of spells, but no.
No, but
Yeah.
all the druidic spells you get access to regardless. Wizards, you've got to learn them.
Yeah, you got to find it written down somewhere, or when you
Yeah.
level up, you can pick it too. I think.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. And bards just get stuck with what they get stuck with.
until they level up, then they can
Level up, and then
swap,
they
Yeah, you
learn
can
new
swap- you can
songs,
swap-
right?
You swap out at level. Wow, that's so you're.
You can
Speak
swap
with-
one. You can swap one, and you can learn, and you usually get to
you
learn
can
a new
only
spell.
swap one.
Oh,
Oh wow, that's
that's
rough.
That's quite a commitment, isn't it?
It
And you
is,
don't
yeah.
get that many spells, do you? What do you
I think I get quite a lot,
okay.
but you get other things. Like one of my College of Law things is that I can pick spells from any class.
Oh, that's cool.
But that's
Right.
for that I get 2 spells at level 6 for that, and then I think I get 2 more at like 15 or something. But they
Oh.
have to be. But that spell gets treated as a bard spell,
That's good.
so it's quite cool because you can literally pick any spells, but they will usually stay that level.
Exclusive
If that makes
spells.
sense.
Because I can't get all the necromancy spells, and I'm a necromancer. I find it quite. This Speak with Dead is a necromancy spell, and I can't get it.
And you can't
Oh,
get it. 'cause-
really?
That's really strange.
That's so dumb.
Spell.
But I suppose you can just. I was going to say you can bring people back to life and talk to them, right? But you can't. Or can you not even
Well,
revive?
no, because they're not intelligent. Speak with Dead
That's
is
really
to
silly.
speak to their spirits,
Right. Gotcha.
That's
which
a
might actually come in handy in Barovia, and it probably wouldn't come in handy that much if you're a bard. Who's going to pick Speak with Dead?
There's a bard, yeah. A
Mm,
cleric, I could see it maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if they,
Cleric,
yeah.
yeah, I could see it as a cleric, but as a necromancer or wizard who's chosen to be a necromancer, that would kind of make sense. You'd have access to that spell.
mm.
Stupid rules.
Strahd.
Anyway.
Yes.
Strahd did come to see you. He maybe he just came to see the vision off the hill.
Yeah.
You'll find out. You'll find out next week. You might learn a bit more about.
I wish he was doing plein air painting. Show up and he's got his easel out.
That's actually kind of cool. That would be sweet.
Lovely, isn't it?
I'm just starting out. I'm just trying something new.
He goes,
Perfect for watercolor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't know you guys were here.
Okay, have a look.
It was a painter. Wouldn't it?
I'm
He would have got someone else to paint it too and pretended that he had painted it. And go,
yeah.
just colouring around the edges. Just take me 10 minutes.
I was unsure when he was going to show up. I didn't know how long it was going to take for you guys to win that fight, and whether or not you would have seen him and attacked or conversed, or if there was going to be something. So I think it came at a really good time, ready for next week.
How did he not show up on his fucking horse? He left on his horse and he just snuck around the back.
You see, nonplussed about like the destruction wrought upon like this area where they were like paying homage to him as well.
Yeah.
He's pretty
Smooth customer.
ambivalent to the people that are supposedly. I don't know if they worship. Well, I guess they were worshipping, weren't they? They were, like he's really ambivalent to the people in the town.
It sounds
'Cause
like you
he's the
guys have got a
devil.
lot of questions for Strahd.
Let's get
Or
him.
just rip his teeth out, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is still going to happen. That is probably that's probably the one thing that I won't forget. I mean, I will forget everything.
And that's
You
a
haven't
promise.
forgot when I rolled a 1 and hit you on
I-
the ass.
Week to week, I forget
Evolved.
shit, and occasionally I remember it. But the one thing that I will not forget is that Morley is going to rip Strahd's fangs out when he dies.
Well, not necessarily when he dies.
Oh, even better, you're going to do it while he's alive. That would be
It'll be
fantastic.
one of the last things that Strahd remembers is me just going, "I wouldn't lie, big boy."
Morley just going, oh, you got to put something in your teeth. I'll get it for you.
That's
Oh man,
Yoink!
just get
getting on wrong.
He's a sleight of hand, and he doesn't even notice if teeth.
Sleight of hand.
Crit 20.
He's just like,
his wisdom teeth
what are
out as well, no
these?
problem.
He's just holding them.
Oh, you've got something behind your ear. Your own teeth.
Got your nose. Just his entire parts of his face are missing.
He's like, oh my god! He's super excited about it.
Very powerful vampiric overlord. We're falling with light magic. Like, oh, you know.
That would have to be a hell of a roll, But if you did it, it would be amazing.
that would be awesome.
Like a good, yeah, just a good persuasion roll.
14? That's enough.
He shows him his like nose, and like Strahd just starts crying like a 3-year-old. He thinks it's actually
Oh, it's mine. Guys.
Just trying to give it back.
Give me back my nose.
Oh, just trying to run it down. No one likes me.
That would actually be funny if Strahd was actually super upset and no one liked him in Barovia. Like he's trapped there and no one likes him.
No one likes him. He's tormented by the fact that no one likes him, and all he can do is like drink really shit wine because there's no good wine left.
yeah. Well, he brought it on himself.
Oh wow! Right? No,
Sounds like he did.
He did.
Poor Strahd.
Murdered a lot of peasants. That's never going to win you popularity.
Yeah, he's just going about it the wrong way.
Listen,
Imagine if he used his powers for good. People would fucking love him.
Maybe you just
Yeah.
can convince him to do that.
He could. Maybe that's what we can get Morley to do after he's defanged him.
He's like, you
Convince-
really think people will
him to
like
do
me
good.
if I do that?
Of course, Strahd. Of course they will.
And
Adam,
he's like,
sorry,
"But
your
what
mic
about
is cutting out.
Irina? How do I get Irina to like me?
You can't have her. No, slice.
And can you tap your mic? I just want to test if that mic is actually. Oh, it was. It just seems to be cutting in and out a little bit. I mean, now you're not talking, so it's fine. It's actually great. Awesome. Oh, is that us for the night? Are we good? Are there more things to discuss?
no Kit Kats tonight, no Turkish Delights, no Mayo McCheese. Just
Wow, we've grown. We've grown as a stream.
Uh,
That only
so-
makes me want to do it, but I won't. Shannon's like, wait.
I'm like, oh, hey, there it is.
all right, well, feel free to come and join us on our Discord and chat to us about all things D&D, what we're playing and what you're playing. Random Origins, thank you so much. He's just chucked the Discord link up in the chat. Come say hi. Give us a follow as well, or just support us in whichever way you want. If you've got Amazon Prime, then you get a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can just throw out. It won't cost you a cent, but it will support us. You can check out our previous sessions on YouTube, thanks to the links that Random Origins is putting up there. Anything else? Podcast is going to be last week's episode is going to be live in a couple of hours as well, so you can catch up there if that's where you prefer catching up. But come in and say hi on Discord. We're all active in there, and we love talking about D&D and just pretty much anything else. Joe,
Yeah, we do.
you look like you're ready to say something. Or you frozen? You frozen, looking like you want to say something. That's good.
Perfect.
Nope, she's gone. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you, Random Origins, for your amazing moderating. And we'll see you all online. And we'll see you next time at the same time. And thank you for what you do to me, everybody. Love you. Bye.